Everyone, thanks for tuning in for this video. I've been asked to do another shopping list ideas video, and I was trying to kind of compile some things I've been using a lot, and one of them has been lipstick. I've just been using a lot of lipsticks lately, and so I thought, why not do a shopping list ideas video, lipstick edition, so in case you happen to be looking for some good lipsticks in all ranges of color, you can watch this video and maybe get some good ideas. And guess what? Almost all of them are really affordable. I have a couple higher end items in this one, but basically you're going to be able to get I think what you're looking for at a price that's going to work for you as well. So the lipstick I have on today is called Metallic Seduction, and it's one of the Rimmel Lasting Color lipsticks, and this is, or is it Lasting Finish? Yeah, Lasting Finish. And this is a really pretty shade because although it might be coming off a little bit more red than it really is on my lips here, it's actually kind of a deep shade that has a little bit of a like a deeper, almost bluish undertone to it. So it's not going to be like your orangey, reddish shade. It's going to be a little bit deeper with some burgundy, almost plum tones. And that's definitely the word I was looking for through all that. But as you can see, I've used this a lot. I use this a lot on the nudes because I think it really gives some brightness to the face. And the fact that this, not only, it's a deep color, but it also has some nice shimmer and sheen to it. So it doesn't make your lips look super flat. Another one that I use a lot on the nudes that's a little bit deeper shade is Amber Suede from Mary Kay. I've been talking about this ever since some of my earliest videos, and yeah, I think this speaks for itself, how much is used up. If you compare this one to this shade, this is more just your classic, little bit deeper red. It does have a nice little bit of, I won't call it sparkle by any means, but it has just a slight bit of a, I would say maybe pearlescent finish. It's not completely flat, I guess. And that's what that shade looks like. It's just going to be a nice deeper red, which I think makes it a very wearable red, just the fact that it's not super bright. But I really love that shade. If you like reds, but you don't necessarily want to go the super duper bright route, this is a great everyday lipstick. And sometimes these darker colors really just make your look seem a little more polished and just kind of brighten up your entire face. Now, if you do want to go more the traditional red route, but you still want something that's going to be, you know, a decent choice for every day if you do decide to wear red, one I've recommended before is the NYC lipstick in sheer red, and this is the ultra moist lip wear. I believe this is a little bit the cheaper of the two lipstick options that you get there, and you can see this is, you know, a pretty nice red. Another one that I like, this is sheer red, but retro red is even more of a bright red. So just be aware, they're both great colors, but retro red is going to be a little more vibrant than sheer red is. And if I swatch that for you here, you can see how it's a nice creamy finish, and it's just a nice wearable red. This would be a little bit brighter than the Mary Kay's Amber Suede that I just showed you. But again, it is more along the lines of a classic red. So I'm going to move into a couple of pink shades, really light sheer pink shades that I like a lot. And one of them is from MAC, and it is an Angel. And I really like this pink lipstick. I also used this a lot on Kaylee when she came down, and this was just gorgeous on her, but it also worked on me as well. And she kind of has more of that you know, bronzy, blonde, highlighted kind of hair, and I have the darker hair, but this really is nice for that nude lip that borders on pink, and these MAC lipsticks smell fantastic. I just love how they kind of smell like cupcakes or something kind of sweet, and this shade is just really nice. It's a frost shade, and I love the coverage it gives. It's not like you just put lipstick on and it's so sheer you can't even tell, you know. It gives a nice amount of coverage on the lips. If I were to swatch it for you here, you can see right here on my hand, hopefully, how creamy that is, and how it does have a little sheen to it, and just the right amount of pink to keep it looking, you know, really fresh and wearable. Doesn't totally erase your lips, but just gives your lips a lighter feel. Great with a smoky eye. Now, if you just heard all that and said, I don't have access to MAC, or I don't like spending a lot of money on MAC, you are in luck, because I found kind of what I think is a pretty good dupe for that shade. And it's the Maybelline Color Sensational lipstick in Born With It. Yeah, that shade is pretty similar there. If I were to swatch that for you. Now, these are great, great lipsticks because they're so nice and moisturizing. So you put them on and your lips are going to feel really creamy and very hydrated. But there's that shade there. Let me re-swatch the MAC next door to it so you can kind of see how they stack up. There they are. They're so light, this is probably kind of hard to do, but you can see them both right there. This is the Maybelline on this side, and this is the MAC on this side. So overall, they're extremely similar. I don't think that to the naked eye you could really tell a difference. If there is any difference in the two of these, I believe it's that the Maybelline might have a hint more of a peach tone to it than the MAC does. This is more straight up pink, little bit of peach to it, but they're really very, very close. Okay, kind of a middle of the road shade now, sort of a corally shade. If you don't like going pink, don't like red, but you are hinging more on neutral tones and maybe you like to wear a lot of browns or earthy colors on your lid, a nice peachy coral can be a nice shade for your lips. And this is the Hard Candy Painted Lady lipstick in Crush. And you can see how cute these are packaged. It's got the little like ribbon tail on it. Really cute design on the lipstick itself. And then you look at the lipstick there and it's pinky, it's peachy, it's got a nice golden undertone, and that's the shade we're working with there. You can see it has a lot of reflective qualities to it, but definitely a warm color. It's not going to go overboard on your lips in terms of, you can see how it catches the light and it's looking more pink or more gold. So those really give you a more radiant complexion overall, I think, when you use them. Now to more nude colors. I really like this Maybelline it's Volume XL Seduction Plumping Lip Color. So it's their plumping lipsticks that they have. And this shade is in the nude. Okay? So it's kind of a, I mean, it's a nude shade. It's got a little bit of a peachy undertone, little bit of goldeny undertone going on there, but it's still going to give you some color. You can see that shade right there. It's not going to be so like a concealer, you know. It's going to give a little bit of a deeper tone to your lips, but basically nude lip concept there. And the thing about this is you can really feel it plumping your lips. I know that sounds strange, especially if you've been one to stay away from lip plumpers because you didn't like the tingle or something. Be aware this will tingle a little bit, so if you don't like that, this might not be for you, but if you are interested in that quality that can sort of give your lips a little bit of a plumped up appearance, check that one out from Maybelline there. Another good one from Maybelline. And the last one I have to share, the 8th lipstick, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. The 8th one is from L'Oreal, and it is their Color Riche lipstick in Fairest Nude. So, let's take a look at this one. This is going to be a really natural nude shade with a little less, if I compare it to this other one, they're actually pretty close. This one seems to have a little more of a glossy finish to it, the Maybelline does, and the L'Oreal is going to be a little bit lighter. It's going to be, it's just a really, seriously, a really pretty shade for a nude lip. You can see that there. It has a little bit of a hint of pink in the tone to it once it gets on your lips. It's a type of shade you don't really have to worry about what you might be wearing with that or what the rest of your makeup looks like, because it's just, I think, a really flattering nude shade. And again, that's called Fairest Nude from L'Oreal. So hopefully this got you thinking about different kind of lipsticks you might be interested in. I tried to keep my price range kind of varied on these depending on what you're looking for, but I do think for the most part this stuff is readily available. So if you are in the market for a new lipstick, hope you got some good ideas. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.